Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 21, Week 3. Samurai Jog Cryptic Team, Darkwing Ducks Watkins team. Last time?
10 seconds remain back.
Yep, I've never heard of those teams either.
10 seconds remain.
Last time, Space Aids lost the 1v1 to Hoodwink. Let's see what happens this time.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Rather similar bans. Once again, Cryptic going all in on the support line.
5 seconds remaining.
Watkins firing back. Taking out the Oracle, taking out the Jug, taking out the Sniper. Doesn't want to play against that again, and you know what? I cannot blame him at all.
Radiant team.
Well, my 1-1 theory is correct. That bodes very poorly for the Dire.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Dire team ban.
Tusk immediately coming out. Tusk is immediately not a guy you want to see as Razor.
Radiant
Guy
team
who
ban.
leaves crap on the field. You have to get around with your force staff or somebody else's force staff. Guy who can save, though if you are saved while you're
10
leashed, I believe you
seconds
still are
remaining.
leashed.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, when Walrus Kick comes out, which, you know, might one day, it's not impossible. But if Walrus Kick ever comes out, it's just the end of
Radiant
life for
team
Razor. It's
pick.
like the worst thing he could possibly play into. So pretty good response.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Banning out the Weaver and the Pudge. Those are two good screening bans for it.
Dire team.
Doctor coming out. Just general good support. That's a hard pick slot, so you probably
10
want to just pick something
seconds
safe,
remaining.
and that's pretty much it.
5 seconds remaining.
Decent stun, Maledict's always useful no matter what's happening. You got a good support
Dire
duo
team.
on the Cryptic lineup with the Maledict plus the Walrus Punch, of course. Vengeful Spirit has the ability to save from that potentially with
10
the
seconds
swap,
remaining.
because that shield is some
5
pretty big
seconds
business.
remaining. Radiant team.
Clockwork's interesting, but the two supports kind of imply to me that it's like the idea is that they're just going to force somebody to stay in the
10
Razor
seconds
leash as
remaining.
long as possible.
5 seconds
Of
remaining.
course, this all implies that whoever Razor is leashing is somebody he wants to leash anyway.
Radiant team.
Earthshaker. I guess just what
10
Morgan
seconds
Freefarm wants to play today. I don't really see where it
5
fits in
seconds
yet.
remaining.
Preemptive Meepo counter, perhaps?
Dire team pick.
Last game, the Slarg into the Razor didn't look
10
too awesome,
seconds
but
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
now what the hell,
Dire
4x
team.
Last time the Slark into the Razor didn't look too awesome. A
10
lot of that had to
seconds
do with
remaining.
the
5
Faceless
seconds
Void
remaining.
that was also there. I
Radiant
don't know if we're going to
dire
see that
team
today.
ban.
I'm going to see the Huskar today, that's for sure,
Radiant
though I would
team
be
pick.
shocked if one of the two heroes on the ground was not already
10
our
seconds remaining.
Uncaring
5
Stone
seconds
hero.
remaining.
Banning out the OD, I would let the OD through after the last game, frankly. I guess it's a much better looking OD the game than the last one was. It's the ability to put Witch Doctor in jail or save somebody with the ability to
You may
Okay.
now select your heroes.
They picked the Meepo counter to pick Meepo. Alright. Carrying Stone gets the Magnus. So it really wasn't him. He was going to pick up the Magnus here, which leaves a pause 1 Razor in a just frankly terrible Razor game. I don't see this as a win for the Watkins lineup.
Prepare for battle.
Let's shake things up.
You know. I guess Meepo was the last overall pick. I didn't know that, but I feel like if I see the Slark And I know there's some Meepo, or not some Meepo. If I see the Slark, and I know there's some Razor counters in the pool still left, and it's a core slot, I feel like the play is just stick it on Axiom, stick on carrying on the Slardar, and just go with something else. I think it was time to pull out on the Razor pause 1 at some point here, and it just didn't click. This is really just Razor to Meepo is just like I'm sure he groaned when he saw that pick. I guess Space Aids has to actually do it. He actually has to walk the walk here. He said no to Slardar. Ooh. Ooh. You hate to see it.
The battle begins.
The good news is there's at least a non-zero chance everybody else can pick up the slot. So not happening in a Razor game. Morgan free farming a lot of danger here. Goodbye. It's only that bad of a Razor game if the Meepo's actually good. If the Meepo can Meepo, then it's like horrific. If the Meepo is not good at it, then, well, it's still not great. He's still playing Razor to Slark, and that sucks, but... it's fine enough. You have a Magnus who can take care of some things for you. Some of that nasty stuff. Like, you got a pretty pretty beefy core trio, so I think really it's just going to kind of be, unfortunately, it's going to be kind of a de facto, like, other way. Like, it's really going to be kind of de facto Posle and Slardar, de facto Pos 3 Razor, is what it's really going to be. Resolves mana. Okay. That is incumbent on, the Meepo being good. I can tell you what Meepo is right now. He's almost dead, but then so is the Magnus. Ooh. A little scary here. But does have a lot of tango, so he's eating his peas. The SS now. Why is it SS? What is this SS team? I just imagine him as a ship. Oh, goodbye, Meepo. Let's see what happens here. I bet I can guess. I'm betting he's at pretty low HP, and then he gets hit with. Oh, that was kind of a lucky break with the way that the janky ass Q brings somebody in. Well spotted, well timed. Go on with Meepo. Nothing else. The Meepo is going to be just a pure execution against all these guys. Like, whether or not, like, you know, sometimes you're going to get an RP and it's going to just insta-get this guy, and sometimes you're going to get an RP on Meepo and charge him back into the line, and then you're just going to die instantly when all the other ones poof in. Sometimes you're going to, you know, be able to just... Sometimes you're going to be, as a Slardar, just kited around everywhere by these guys. Sometimes as a Slardar, you're going to jump into 5 Meepos and hit W and just cause hell or break loose. Execution heavy. A lot of eyes going to be, from me, on Space Aids this game. Like, he's the main character today. Slark is big too, make no mistake. A world where the Slark is able to kind of walk all over this game is definitely a real one. I feel like, even though he's really good into the Razor, I question him a little bit into the Slardar, and I feel like he's just kind of bad into the Magnus, but... looking to get the gear jail here. They actually get both these guys in the gear jail. W4tkins, wisely, does not let the Tusk out of the gear jail there. But all that said, it's much ado about nothing. Cryptic has to get back, but he's not in really that much danger. Razor only gets a few attacks with that max leash before he's, at max damage leash before he has to drop it. You know, very in low here. Slardar blocking his exit. Oh man, the Raidophobia with a cask there. The very last second saves Zeno's life. 86 HP separates him from the grave. Very scary for Enno. Very good on the part of the witch doctor. Bow. I'm pretty deep here. Not actually get that water rune. Interesting. Gonna send his damaged Meepo home. I think Uncaring Stone's assuming this water rune's gone. It's actually not. Kind of funny. Matters much, but it's true. I guess you're in chat. You can let us know. The nothing happening support trade. Does Clockwork even still have the trait where he eats chainmail? I hope so. The trait is very funny. Going to take a quick instant replay look at what happened to the Magnus after we see how this fight resolves. Actually, do I need to? The second Meepo poofed back and netted him. That's what happened. Does he have net? Yes, he does. So yeah, the second Meepo poofed back and netted him. That's spoilers. So we're bringing in some more regen here, which is good. He's in quite a war of attrition here against the Slark, and that may very well turn it around. You know, kind of has to be careful there. It can go real bad real fast. Oh, no. Oh, maybe? Oh, yes, okay. They do get him in the end. I'm gonna say, oh no, they dropped 2 suns on the Slark when he hit Q. But, the third one did manage to do the job. I will never not think the Dragon Lance and the Meepo is weird. Like, I get it, but it's also weird to me. Fucking's coming in from behind the Meepo here. Pretty ambitious, and the Meepo's not having it. Meepo's just walking away. Meepo will no longer wants to be in this lane when he's not under tower, which is fair. Going in on low, I think they've realized, yeah, he's alone up here. And yeah, he's gonna go down. He's gonna get a big hula hoop. He's going to really screw with the Earthshaker. Very low. Gets him. Watkins gets him with the battery assault and the flare ready as well. So it was a little less. It was a little less vital that he gets that than it looked like it would be. So far, it's Radiant's game as far as the last hits go, and Dire's game as far as the kills go. Notably, 1 last hit separates Slardar from Earthshaker, but also notably, 10 last hit separates La from the Slark. Meepo leading mid. The last hits are just generally favoring the... Oh, swinging a miss on that W from Slardar. Really looked like that should have hit. Well, let's see what happens here. Just, oh no! Space Aid stopped microing the almost dead Meepo. That was awkward.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm not a Meepo main, I guess, so I don't know how much right I have to say this, but I should let you know, if you have a damaged Meepo and a just fine Meepo, manage the almost dead Meepo first. Nice kill steal from Watkins, and nice kill on the Slard at bot. What's going on? This is looking bad for the Cryptic team all of a sudden. Again, leading as far as last hits go, they're getting pretty heavily demolished as far as kills. Oh, kills don't mean that much, so... Still a 1,000 net worth swing. Okay, this is definitely not right. I don't believe Slark was worth that much money, and why would they get money for for him dying? But you know how it goes. Probably the last couple of fights put together. Dire secures all currently existing bounty runes for in about 200 bucks a head. Just shy of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Axiom, once again, just has it all figured out. I think it wasn't Axiom last time. I think it was one of the other games, but Axiom has it all figured out. Has the plan going for
Radiant's middle tower is under
what they
attack.
want to have next year. Doesn't quite get the Slardar ult off on the Slark before going down. Ransom's making his way through the jungle here, is unwittingly about to walk into 2. Just on this camp. Going to drop a very casual ult to just get out of town. Magnus saving up a bunch of money, presumably the Blink Dagger coming soon. Speaking of Blink Dagger, also what Slardar wants.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so just listen to what Giraffe is saying, building that pipe and Greaves.
Say hello to my lesson.
It's interesting the way Greaves has kind of changed since the rework. It really has become a greedier item in a way. It's kind of funny because it's like it's a way less effective as a team item now compared to how it is as like a one-guy item.
Radiant's
So
bottom
if
tower
one guy
is under
builds it
attack.
and the other team doesn't have a guy who can really get much use out of it, then if you have a support that builds it, the one guy gets more effective use out of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Magnus and VS take out the T1 bot, moving to top, casual Echo Slam on Lud. Doesn't do that much damage, but the massive follow-up certainly is. But a huge RP from Magnus here is going to just take out the whole rest of the world. 4-for-1 trade. And again, if you're Dire, I think you've got to be happy with this. If you're Razor, you got to be happy with
Radiant's
this. I
courier
mean,
has been
like
killed.
I said, you can sit back this game and you can let Slardar and Magnus rule the world and you're fine with that. You are A-okay with that. You look at the net worth charts here, you have Magnus way out in front.
Don't let it
Radiant's
catch
top
you.
tower
He was
is
doing a
under
good
attack.
job of making money,
Radiant structures are
questioning a
fortified.
little bit his money growth. It's not awful, not bad.
Dire's structures are
There are
fortified.
definitely a few small mistakes, I think, that are costing him big time here. Earthshaker is going to get caught and slapped.
Radiant's middle tower
Guy
is
is
under
just
attack.
gone again. Guess that's what happens. The unfortunate reality of comfort picks from time to time is just like the Earthshaker is like definitely a comfort pick for him. He's got a little gold symbol by that hero icon, but also it really doesn't make a lot of sense in this game, so it hasn't really been that helpful. Great shot on Meepo. He's gone again. Okay, Meepo is 1-4. It's not really where you want to be.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Meepo's 1-4. Earthshaker's 2-5.
Radiant's top
Again,
tower
Earthshaker
under
is getting
attack.
dangerously close to being passed up
Dire's
by
bottom
the
tower is
Dire
under
support
attack.
line.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I work in secret.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
Slark
tower
is not
under
really. He's
attack.
once again building to fight, not to farm, which is like you would be. You know, when's the last time you see Slark build a farm, right? But it's a little questionable how effective that's going to be. Not that he really had an alternative, mind you. So it's kind of a hard way to put this, but basically, the way Slark wants to build in this game is not going to be very good because it's looking like it's going to be really hard to fight for the coming time. I really don't think him showing up to fights is going to tip them. It's just going to be, he's probably going to get away most of the time, but Slark, they're looking for him. I was about to say this will be a great opportunity for a smoke, and here it comes. He's just standing there. Oh no, I know.
Dire's bottom tower.
Oh no, baby. RP comes out. Goodbye, Moon. That's certainly an acceptable target for a solo RP and an acceptable tip. And he rage quits. RQ. Oh no. Can't believe I no rage quit. A few minutes later, there we go. Oh. The rage quit. Poor Uno. Maybe, apologies for the ironic... Oh, is this... Oh no, that's just gonna look at this stupid thing. I miss the ability to look at Street View as a spectator. Please, Gabe, bring it back. I want to have my stupid third-person perspective Dota. Anyway. I guess all Dota is third-person perspective, but you know what I mean. Anyway. It's gonna be a little shocking this is a 2-0. I think that's, Watkins' biggest week yet if they do that. Crypt1c is definitely a serious contender team, and, be a very big victory they could be proud of. They could eke it out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my god, the world's biggest stack just got provoked by the Magnus here. VS is teleporting. It's gonna take forever. She's gonna get caught in the meantime. I'm gonna try and swap to buy some time in here, but no way they 2-0? Probably. Sardar. I'm gonna get looked at here. That's it. Oh, they get a support for this. That's all they got. Blade Mail under construction for the. Well, Razor almost got the Slark there. Actually, that would have been really sad considering why you picked him. Under construction, no surprises there. Pipe nearly done on the Razor. They just got a streak on the clocks. It's a pretty good deal. They've also caught the Meepo, though they get chain stunned. Slarder comes in at this really awkward location. What? That RP makes no sense at all how that worked, but okay. Had a hard time actually doing any damage to Meepo, but finally he goes down. Razor's here. Razor wants the cleanup kill. He doesn't quite get it, but 3 for 2. Basically, stalemate. Fate just barely favoring the Dire money-wise. Much bigger change XP-wise. You can really tell that they really screwed a lot with the money formula and not the XP change formula, because it's like it's very different. Like you'll have these fights where gold barely changes hands, but the XP change is like 1,000 difference. Looking at Inno again. Inno sees it coming this time. They just got a peek of him. They got him. He tried to get out, but he just leashed onto Magnus. Oh, they barely didn't get him. The magic missile going right now to him. Almost. That was so close. I am shocked he's doing a tip after that. After that, he better be changing his pants. Frankly. Just kind of scary how fragile the Slark is. All things considered.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top
Radiant
tower
cores have turned it around a little bit. Last sequence of events has put them more back on the map, and now it's Slardar as the one who's looking like at risk of falling off. Still has yet to finish out that Blink Dagger. Razor's going to angrily make his presence known here in the bot lane.
Radiant's top tower.
Where it does take the tower, that's going to be Blink money. Meepo has his blink at this
Radiant
point.
structures are fortified.
Looking
Radiant's top
for
tower is under
Aghanim
attack.
Scepter. Well, Power Treads and Scepter. I like how he does Power Treads, building them to start on Agi. It's that 1% efficiency bonus. Earthshaker, looking for the K. Without anything to build with it yet, he's just looking for Kaya. Oh, just barely whiffing the hook shot on the Slark there. Magnus still wants some. It's pretty spooky looking. He's going to be fine with the Witch Doctor, though. Goes down very quickly. Earthshaker protest, that's all they can really do. Couple hundred gold shy of the pipe. Got K and Y on the Magnus, going for Yules. Going for BKB next on the Slardar. Not a bad idea, just gets him out of this crazy amount of stuns and leashes. BKB, very good BKB game for the Dire generally. Unfortunately, almost a useless BKB game for the Radiant. All they get for it is they block the VS stun and I think Slithering Crush, yeah. Does not stop the Bash of the Deep, does not stop the Corrosive Haze, does not stop the swap, the RP, hook shot. I mean, not much. I like the way Slardar is splitting up this fight. But I wish he would run to his team when that happened to him, but, you know, you can't get everything in one life. 2-0, Uncaring Stone is godlike. This guy is scary. I was telling people before the season, I don't know how many people were listening. This guy is scary, man. There's something about him, I don't know.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pipe is out for La. It's going to also blunt a lot of the Earthshaker and Meepo damage. Make it more the Inno game. But again, Inno has been building this pick-off build and getting no picks. He's 0-3 in 1. That's really not what you want to have happen to you. RP, but it's a little late. He's already hit the ult. They're actually going to Echo Slam, take out the Magnus, take out the Slardar, take out the Clockwork. Okay, well, that's a 4-0 trade. That was the height of greed. It is now power play for the Radiant. Nobody alive for the Dire. For only a couple of seconds, but you know. They really did take the bait. It was the height of greed to try and get a kill on the Slark with the ult up. And that cost them $4,000, cut their lead in half, and 5,000 EXP. The Radiant might actually, yeah, they do currently have the XP advantage as a result of that. Well, what's good for the Goose is good for round 2. Except he's already got his ult back up, so...
Dire's top tower
oh
has
no,
fallen.
baby. But this time it might not matter, actually. He has no way out. I like Uncaring Stone specifically trying to snake the kill. Well, it costs them literally all their lives and a lot of respawn time, but they did get the Slark, so there's that. Meepo now in first place, not worth charts. I don't know, I'm worried. I feel like Meepo, once again, I was talking about this in another game. It's kind of sad when this happens, like, on a core, but I feel like Meepo in this game is kind of just a money balloon, just ready to pay out to whoever snakes him. Though that person is not going to be Clockwork, who's going to get mowed down here by the Meepo hordes. Maybe it is! Woo! Just barely surviving Watkins. Had to be less. It had to be like 10 HP. There, like if Meepo got higher rolls on a couple of his attacks, then he absolutely would have gotten that guy. Man, low wants the cleanup kill once again. I don't know what exactly Cryptic did. Okay, he just decided to lose all of his right click there. I don't know exactly what Cryptic did to Love before the game started or whatever, but Les seems to really not be a fan of this guy. Ags soon to be complete for the Slark. Soon to be complete for the Meepo. So we got the amazing Leaning Tower of a Meepo. Radiant correctly deduced at the Dire and Roche. Friends, pretty good Roche team. I like Ransom keeping the swap there to help Slark tank it. Taking a little while, but job is done. The Radiant is kind of positioning to have a fight here, but they may regret. Huh? What's that? That was weird. Fuel's gone wrong, perhaps. Pretty good Death Ward is going to immediately kill the Slardar. W4tkins is going to put up the Blade Mail, but that don't work that way, baby. One man Echo Slam on the Magnus, who honestly I really would have much preferred had the Aegis there. Whatever. Second life for the Razor, and he's going to get a swap out. Is it going to matter? That's a harder question, but he is going to get a swap out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But Meepo kind of struggling to do damage here. He is going to eventually get the kill. Okay, so they lose the Aegis fight very badly. I think that was a pretty bad miscue to put it on Razor rather than the Magnus there. Magnus actually died with the RP still up, so just particularly nasty. Going for his Ag Scepter next. You remember when that thing just was the entire hero for a little while? That was fun. What? How did he blink out of there? What the hell? He had oh, he has a shield rune. Okay. Oh, I hate that so much. That is like the most annoying thing in Dota. Is you must damage HP to stop the blink. Meepo Ags is now out. He is looking for the Shard next. Well, Ags on the Slark. Same thing, also looking for the Shard. Earthshaker, looking for KNY, has his blink. Magnus, looking for Ags. Agnes. Razor is going to finish a Lotus Orb and then get his own Ags. So our BKB nearly done. Then subsequently going for the Shard.
Rock it on.
They're going for the Tormentor because the Roche thing didn't work so well. Probably a more valuable thing to do with their time, but weirdly they decided to turn around and go for a smoke gank here, but nobody's actually very close to them. Everybody's on the Radiant 7 mid. And indeed, I think they realize that. Just turn around, go right back to work on the Norm. Free Shard for the VS. Pretty good shard to get.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Earthshaker is gonna scratch up the mid T2 a little bit. I didn't even really consider all Radiant's outers already gone. Taking those things out rather quickly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Witch Doctor has no quick buy. So that means this. Oh, okay, this is Sentries. Okay, he's got. Witch Doctor is making his intentions mysterious. VS got the Solar Crest. More save.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they got baited. Okay. Everyone turned around for Meepo illusions. Very nice.
Well, I tried.
Sword Art is really not very far ahead of the support line at this point, as it's been a little too disposable in these last fights, has been farming a little too little. Cryptic doing a little D-Warden down here. Fine of doing something about it, but just a little too far. Debo is doing their GG jungle.
Strength renewed, purpose with it.
They think somebody's in the triangle, nobody's home. There's gonna be another barn burner, I tell you what.
Players here.
Well, Dire looking for somebody on the Radiant, finding really nobody. Oh, they caught Earthshaker here. I'm gonna take him out before he gets the Echo Slam this time. Yeah, no chance Tusk makes it. They found Meepo! Uh-oh! Found Meepo back here. They got the RP out on him. He's gone. You know, is in after everybody else in the world has already died. Somewhat questionable decision. Everybody wisely just body blocking any possible way he has out. He's gonna hit the Razor here, but a little too late. He's gonna go down. 5-1. Axiom gets actually all that money.
Radiant structures are fortified.
5-for-1 trade. Very good hook shot from Watkins to start that out. Just really tease his team up for success there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now we'll speed things up while the Dire just casually beats down on these Rex here.
Are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks.
Carrying Stone does not want the melees, but they're going to go down anyway.
Haste.
Feeling really bad for the Radiant. Ag's out on the Mag. Agnes.
Radiant are scanning.
Just another way to catch people for him. Catch on the Meepo in the last fight was insane. If the Dire win the game, that's the game-winning play right there. Smoke gets broken on the Magnus. Magnus tries to survive through everything with his Yules. He does succeed. Drops a technically 4-man RP, though 3 of them are Meepos. Earthshaker's gonna go down. Support line is getting hammered. I do like how the Leaning Tower of Meepo keeps the Leaning Tower of Meepo keeps getting damage stolen while dug. Having a hard time getting through the Leaning Tower of Meepo here, but I think it's over at this point. Yep. Flyback from the Witch Doctor. I like Magnus using the axe to save his own skin more than anything. Cryptic calls it G's. It's 2-0. How about that? Not what I would have expected. So I was all kinds of wrong this week.
Is under attack.
Very impressive demonstration. Ooh, the Uncaring Stone show. I think it was also a highlight game for the for Axiom on the Sword Art. Looked really good. I felt like I think last week I was hitting on Axiom for the weird strategic stuff, like just kind of spinning his whole life in the bottom lane, and like it felt like he was kind of ignoring the rest of the lineup and everything. No such case this time. It's not what we're looking at today. Today we are looking at an Axiom who was playing very actively with the team. Felt like every time Magnus was getting his hands on somebody, Axiom was right there to follow. Looked really good. Very cool plays by the support line. Just looked like an awesome game from the Watkins lineup. This is the team I envisioned they could be from week 1. I said last week that from my perspective, it looked like the Kiowa team were out in front, right? And I said an unspecified team, I didn't want to say, is in second place now that they've got the kinks addressed. It's these guys. They look really good here. Very impressive display. The meatball didn't look like it. The meatball didn't look like all that in a bag of chips. It was it's kind of rough. I mean, he did a lot of things well. He played it better than I can. I'll give that to him. But just didn't look great. I feel like Inno on these early fighty type heroes. If Inno isn't on a hero who buys Battle Fury or Mjolnir, I feel like he's just on the wrong hero. Like these heroes, like the CK, these heroes like the Slark. I feel like when he's on these guys, I feel like I don't know. I just don't like the way it looks. It's just very antithetical to his play style to buy like his first item is like a Diffie. You know what I mean? It's just wrong. It looks wrong. Diffie into Ags. Trash is not what I'm saying. It's like these early game fighting heroes, the same thing I'm giving Pocket crap for, are just really not what he's good at. It's not where the money is made with him. At least not right now. Maybe different circumstance, maybe different patch. We're looking at different stuff. But like, if Inno's first two items are fighting items, you've just picked him wrong. I feel like is the long and short of it. Both the games that we've seen that the Slark game, the CK game from the other week, have just looked like that, and he doesn't play like it. Like he doesn't play like it. I don't think the team's vibe goes with it. I think the way you want Inno is on just like a farming hero. Inno's happiest if he's just hitting creeps at 30 minutes. If he's hitting creeps at like 45, you know what I mean? This sort of thing. I understand the pick. It's strategically speaking, it's a good pick here. It makes sense. Some ones are late gamers, some are 1v3s. Yeah. I think there's like a middle ground there as well. I think there's some guys that I would say it's like you can stick them on an early game and they'll be relatively fine. You can stick them on a late game, they'll be relatively fine. Let me think of a good example of that this season. I think Kiowa actually. Speaking of him, if you put him on like an early game hero, he looks fine. If you put him on a later game puzzle, he looks fine. If you put him on like a middle of the game puzzle, on like middle ground puzzle, he looks all right. There are guys in the middle ground, but there are some guys on the extremes. I think, at the very least recently, because he was. I know he stepped out of Dota for a little while. I think the current Inno, he looks best on like a late game. I think he looks best on a late game. I think that you do that, and I think some of the troubles in this team's pipeline are gonna get unclogged, fill out. Anyway, if you or somebody you know want to learn Dota 2 in a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late at the end of this season, but it's not too late for the in-houses, which are happening constantly. What was happening when I started the stream. It's not too late for the queues that are popping everywhere you look. It's not too late to get into season 22. So, ld2l.gg. Click the link to the Discord server. That's where all the action's happening. My throat is dead. I'll see you Sunday. And the poll will be going up when matchups come out.